Hello everyone, welcome to Devlog 25. That's a quarter of the way to 100. That's pretty freaking nuts to think that I've made this many devlogs. Anyways, I did my laundry. You can check it out there. If you're watching this, hey, let me get up close. If you're watching this and you haven't done your laundry, close out of the video and do your freaking laundry. You heard it here first. I care more about your well-being than I do about my viewer retention. Okay, before we get into today's devlog, sorry, I'm just going to interject here. I have a really cool, awesome new thing going on with my Patreon that I wanted all of you to know about. Why, Matt, what is this awesome new thing that you are trying to sell us? I am so glad you asked, random viewer. Behold, the Art Asset Pack. So it's come to my attention, a lot of the people who watch my devlogs are game developers yourselves, and that you want to make games and you like following people who make games. So here's a sheet of assets that you can use in your games for free, copyright royalties free. You can edit them, change them, use them however you want. I'm going to upload it to my Patreon. Everyone who has the $3 tier or higher is going to have access to them. It's a basic tile set, some base bricks. We have a whole selection and chunk of items here, some chests, some collectibles here, money, food, bones, arrows, and then some foreground elements here to kind of round out your game, your tile sets. Now. It's not just the tile set, okay? Hear me out. I haven't got you yet. Let me rope you in a little more. I'm going to be releasing a tile set every week, every Monday with the devlogs. Same consistency, same amount every time. Different in every ways. I'm going to show you. I'll show you right now. Here's the one that I've started working on for next week. Now you'll see here, this is going to be changed, but here are the new bricks. Here are some of the new items, bars, axes, books. I really liked how all of these gemstones turned out, and then some signs as well. And these are for platformers, obviously. I'm going to branch out into different game genres. But I do want to start providing these art asset packs for all of the game developers who watch and follow my devlogs. When I was making the Feathered Serpent, one of the hardest things was the artwork. It still is, just getting good artwork. And so I know that frustration, and I want to make it easier on people. And $3 for essentially 3 art asset packs for a month. You're paying me $3 a month for 3 full pages of art assets you can use in your game and change and edit however you want? That's a freaking $1 for each art asset pack, okay? I'm selling my freaking soul out here. Now, there's something I'm just going to nip it in the butt really quick. I just nip it. I'm so smart. I'm just going to wait 3 months. Then I'll pay $3, and then I'm going to get all the art asset packs for only $3. Nope. I am rotating the asset packs out. So, starting this week, you're going to have access to that asset pack that I just showed you. Next week, you're going to get the next asset pack, and then the next week, the next one. But then starting on the 4th week, I'm going to delete the link in the Patreon post to the first art asset pack. And it's going to rotate. So then the 4th, pack I release that week will come in, and there will still just be 3. And you'll see how they will slowly rotate out of commission. At the end of the day, I understand people are going to pirate it. That's okay with me. Just, if you want to support me and you want the asset packs legally, support me on Patreon. $3, $1 for each asset pack. Thank you. Okay. I am also currently offering personal one-on-one game development coaching sessions, helping people learn Godot, learn how to make a game, learn how to change a basic, tutorial that you find on YouTube and turn that into an actual game. Hey, if you don't believe me, this is where the Feathered Serpent started. This is the Godot tutorial for the Feathered Serpent. This is it. Okay? It looks different. Like, really different. But this is the Feathered Serpent. Like, this is it 100%. And so, if I can turn this into what you've seen the game grow into, I want to be able to show you how to do that. So if you're interested in the one-on-one coaching, leave me a message literally anywhere on my Instagram, on my Twitter, in the YouTube comments in my Discord. Just reach out to me and I'll get in contact with you. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the devlog. So we put in the sword last week, and I just wanted to go over the graphical changes I did to the sword slashes. So as you see here, this is the base slash. It looks a little different. It's brown. You also notice it travels outwards a little bit instead of just staying stationary, and it moves very slightly and it fades, right? Not all of them have the fade completely implemented in yet, but that's the goal for all of the sword slashes. So we're just going to go in order here. So with the diamond, we have the diamond sword. It does move, but like I said, the fade is still, I still have to go and put it in with all the others. Okay, there is a bug. Sorry, I went through and I relaunched. If I pick up the diamond first, it kind of bugs with how the other swords work. So if you see here, the flames actually do fade and they fizzle out like that. This is what the fire sword looks like. I really dig it. Here's the gunblade. It has a different graphic for the slash, and still haven't rotated those bullets. That's pretty funny. But there's the new graphic for the slash. I was really digging it. Here's the torment slash. It's kind of like this weird blood thing that flies out like that. It's animated. Here's the leaf blade. Pretty simple, nothing's changed, but that is the new slash graphic for the leaf blade. I still need to go in and add in cool little... I drew the sprites for it, but I need to add in the particle effects of like flowers flying off of the blade because it'll look cool. Up next here is the Apu upgrade. So that's what it looks like. Also need to rotate those bullets, but that's the slash graphic. And here's the carrot. Probably the most boring out of all of them, but there it is. Reworked and redone. Okay, here we're going to pick up the popcorn blade, and you're going to see the new popcorn thing. And you'll notice little tiny baby popcorns that are actually new sprites. They're not shrunken down, so they actually are like true to the pixel size. And they slash out way better. They actually kind of fly outwards instead of just spawning and rolling away. And I freaking love that. I think it's super sick. And yeah, they do very little damage, but they do damage. Now, another change I added in here is with the bow weapon in the popcorn upgrade. So before, we had these big popcorns, and before if you right-click, you just shot out 4. But now if you right-click, you shoot out all the mini popcorns. It's a burst of 10, I think 10, yeah. A burst of 10 mini popcorns, which I think is sick. And balance-wise, it's a lot better, because now you actually have an incentive to not just spam right-click. Now, this one's fun to kill the Velociraptor especially. It's easier because knockback isn't enabled, but yeah, you see there, he goes down. So yeah, that's this is a really sick addition that I really like. And you see they spray out whatever direction you spray them in. I just think it's sick. But I also, don't get me wrong, I also do like the big popcorns. So another cool addition I put in is the boss HP bar HUD. As you see here, it updates when I shoot this boss, and the HP bar actually slowly goes down, and it does a cool little flash when you actually shoot him, so it has that cool like feedback. Really makes you feel like you're hitting the boss. I also like the cool like skull on the end of it. So yeah, now it should be at least a little more exciting when you're fighting the boss, because you'll know how close he is to being dead and how close you were to actually being able to beat him. There might be bosses that don't have an HP bar, which I think would also really add to it. So like, for example, maybe the final boss, like you don't see the HP, right? Or maybe, other secret bosses, right? Or mini bosses, you won't see the HP. But I feel like for these starting area bosses and area bosses, I definitely want the HP to be visible. Okay, we're going to now move on to the graphical changes that come with this devlog. Here are the enemies in the shark power-up. I had them ready to be implemented. They just have a little bit more tweaking. I honestly could probably get them in later today. Here's the fully animated Sariel. Sariel? It's like a weird name, but like when I looked it up, that's what it said it was. So here's the Sariel walk. Very basic, just footstep up, footstep up. He's going to walk towards you. He'll do like a little mouth open, and he kind of lifts his sword up, and then he slashes it down in front of him, and then he winds it back up. That's all that he does. There's no death animation yet. As for the shark power-up, here's the shark weapon and what it looks like. You're just holding a giant shark. And this is what the shark gun looks like. Little harder, really confined space to try and put in a shark power-up. And by the way, if you didn't know, this is how I handle my different power-ups. I just alternated between different sprites on this giant sheet. So yeah, here's the actual shark power-up. I've shown this off before. These are the shark bullets that you're going to shoot out. This is it being shot out for the first frame, and this is what it's going to look like flying through the air. Now, as for the sword slashes, these are what they're going to look like. On the third slash, it's going to create this jaw, this shark jaw, which will travel significantly further in the direction that you shot it out. And I'm thinking that it might also shoot out teeth. The teeth might be a function of this, though, of the actual bow weapon, or the bow version of the shark. So, kind of got to see what we're doing here, but I do like the idea of the third one just being like this skull. Like, you'll still do the slash, but then the skull will fade in, and it'll be like, and it'll go forward and then close, and it'll basically shove enemies away and just deal damage to them. So, I really liked how this turned out. Still got to kind of figure out the mechanics, though. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this week's devlog. Thank you all for watching, for all the comments. That's dope. Thank you to everyone who voted on last week's straw poll. Nice, guys. Glad that you want to help me make the game and that you want to participate. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it. All right, thanks everyone for watching this devlog. Also, huge shout out to all my Patreon supporters, especially Aldo Chipana and Librado Hernandez. You guys are awesome. If you want to join it and get access to those art assets, go and join. $3. You can also play the latest version of the game that has swords in it. So, thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and go and do your freaking laundry.